Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'aventure? Ah, mais c'est le président. Un pauvre qui vote pour celui qui l'a rendu pauvre. Si on était bien au pays, est-ce qu'on allait prendre la route de l'étranger? Ah, mais c'est le président. À l'Assemblée, il y a un vieux. Vraiment. Au Sénat, il y a un vieux. Wonderful. À la présidence, il y a un vieux. Dans tout le gouvernement, il n'y a que des vieux. Des vieux. Des vieux. Des jeunes prennent le chemin de la Libye pour devenir des esclaves. Les jeunes prennent la route du désert pour entrer en Europe. Hi, good day to the beautiful people of the Cameroons, the beautiful people of British Cameroon, and the beautiful people of La République du Cameroon. Today, I've come to question on why political actors in the Cameroons are afraid to sit on the same panel and have that debate. Because all they are doing King Paul Biya style. They are afraid. I want to question it, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Why don't you sit and give people the choice? Why can they not sit, let them ask them the same question so that the public should know what they intend to do? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndive Lisinge, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a new style of politics. People cannot be pretending, going out from one place to another, giving people kwacha mbu, 3 export, let them drink. And we are tired of politics of personality cult. That's why I say people should not waste their time. If you have nothing different to offer to the public other than behaving like King Paul Biya was what I call politics of personality cult. Look at the Cameroons. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a video that was in Victoria. The CPDM chopped people their money. They were supposed to hold, I don't know what I say, rally. And I saw there was water all over the place. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Common sense is not common. The CPDM, they need to obliterate all of them with its satellite parties. I sit here right now. If I look at my phone, they tell me about the weather, the forecast. So these people were going to Victoria to have a meeting. They did not know it was going to rain or whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the people who want to run a country. It's shameful. It's disgraceful. Coming back to our topic, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking, when I come to talk, I always speak to the voters. Those are my ladies and gentlemen, because people don't know how to do politics. When I talk to the voters. Nobody owns the voters. They can listen to my voice. If they want to follow my opinion, they will follow it. That's how it works in politics. Nobody should say, oh, this man, I don't like his opinion. It's none of your business. If you don't like somebody's opinion, when you go to the ballot box, don't vote for the person. That's what you do. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, not their facts. So, ladies and gentlemen, the problem in the Cameroons, ever since I was born, you have never seen people come to debate, either presidential debate, ministerial debate, mayoral debate, senatorial debate. Why is it that these people cannot come and debate? There's only one answer that will be found out. These people don't know a lot of things, because it is crucial in a democracy to have this political debate. Political debate offer voters a direct comparison among the candidates in terms of policy, leadership style, character, and so on and so forth. Because every time I say I come on this platform to scrutinize and hold the government to account, it is the same thing too. When you can see Minister Tanganji can come and sit with other opposition and they debate, but they are afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one reason: they will be found out. They don't know what they are doing. They have no clue. They have no clue because they'll be found out. Ladies and gentlemen, what happened? Why is it that President Biden stand down? It was a debate. Ladies and gentlemen, just one political debate. Because these people, they know, if you put them in front of me, we have to debate certain things, whether it's macroeconomic, their policy, fiscal policy, other things we talk about, they don't know. We talk about the devaluation, monetary policy, interest rate, other things, political issues, they don't know. That's the truth why they don't want to debate. Because I don't care how educated you are. I don't care whether you're the biggest lawyer on earth. I don't care whether you're the biggest professor on earth. Because one, in the Cameroons, the university, sorry to say this, they are rubbish. I learn a lot outside the university or school, outside than in the university in Cameroon. I learned something there. But my problem is, in the Cameroons, they ask you to recite Napoleon Bonaparte, world affairs, fishing in Japan, whatever. How does it help you? The education in Cameroon is bullocks. It's rubbish. I learn more outside school than inside school. I read a lot. I do my own research. I think outside the box. Because if you only rely on education in Cameroon, I saw a professor in the university, he was reading notes for university students to copy. Recently, when I mean recently, under 2 years ago, is that normal in the university? I attended university in the UK. We sit and debate. We talk with the teacher as if we are friends. If we have a manual, they say read chapter 1 to 6. We come, we sit, we have a debate. They don't even lecture us. We talk, we sit like this. That's university. The teacher is as if he's part of us. We have a debate, we talk. Everybody is free to debate. That's university. I see universities in the Cameroon, they are like my primary school days, St. Pius Schoolboy Station. That's how they dictate notes. They used to dictate notes to us in primary school. We used to copy. That's what they are doing today in the universities in the Cameroons. So my point is, these people have been brought up in a way, most of these people, they say I'm presidential candidate. They don't have a clue on how to govern a country. That's why they don't want to sit. What I mean, don't come and stand on your own like me. I sit here, I talk on my own. It's like a prepared speech. I want the presidential candidate, including ministers and people, mayors, senators, they should sit with Maitre Mola Alex Divelisinger. Let the journalists ask the question and we answer the same question. But they are afraid. Ladies and gentlemen, it is very crucial in a democracy that people sit and debate. The candidate can see if you have different policies. And they can see if you, as a leader, you can make informed decisions. So what happened to Biden? Biden stepped down because he was found out. They knew this man is incapacitated. He's not fit to run as a president anymore. But in the Cameroon, it's still dead do us part. People, ladies and gentlemen, when I scrutinize the government, I'll tell you the truth. In Mr. Biya's cabinet, if I was the president of the Cameroons, none of Mr. Biya's ministers will be in my government because they don't have a clue. Some will come and say, I'm Minister of Economic and Finance. But he cannot control monetary policy. He cannot determine the interest rate. He cannot decide whether to devalue the money or not. It's France that is doing it. Then you say you're Minister of Economic and Finance. What are you economic and finance about? Most of you sit in the country, people deceive you that they are governing the country when they don't govern. They just put them there. Shadow colonialism. French, they move out of the Cameroons. Then they put some choke ice, bounty, coconut. They put them there. You think, oh, we have a government. They don't govern that country. It's continuation of colonialism, apartheid, slavery. You see, a lot of people will come. I'm a presidential candidate. They are satellite party of the CNU rebranded CPDM. I'm telling you the truth. I don't just come and sit and talk. I know them. I know most of them personally. I know them personally. Most of you sit, you don't ask questions. We're never taught in the Cameroons to think. We're never taught how to think critically. It never happened in the Cameroons. We don't know that, ladies and gentlemen. Because sometimes you see somebody like Bello Buba, oh, he's in coalition with the CPDM. Chiruma in coalition with the CPDM. Jean Didier Momo in coalition with the CPDM. Ladies and gentlemen, all those people, they used to be CPDM, CNU rebranded CPDM. So they are just fooling you, creating party, coming together. It's still the one party system. But you there, oh, Bello Buba is opposition. Even SDF under late Ni John Fundi was a CPDM, satellite political party. And SDF was what? In government. When Len Bandam was vice president of the National Assembly or what, something of that sort, what was that? The National Assembly is part of government, but Fundi will be out. Then you think, oh, it's not there, but they were in government. Most of you don't think critically. There's no opposition in the Cameroons. 180 seats, the CPDM chop people their money. They have got more than, is it more than, they have 152, but you add Bello Buba's Chiruma, other one, they have almost absolute majority. That's what they have. That's what they have. But you sit there. And my challenge still continue. We need this political debate because it's the only means that we can show some difference. Political debate highlights differences in policies. But to these people, they don't have policies. It's all about politics of personality call. Political debate increases what public or political accountability. It's very important. When you go, you have that debate. You're creating a public record. You're telling the people your pre-election commitment so they know. That's why I keep on repeating that I was in Bamenda Mancon more than 35 years ago. Mr. Biya said I was going to do a deep sea port, although that one was just a speech, not a political debate. But however, I always say King Paul Biya of La Republique du Cameroon lied. Lied about Victoria Deep Sea Port. Lied about Ring Road. They keep on lying you. And you people sit quietly. You say nothing. Political debate is very important. Very crucial in a democracy. We don't have a democracy in the Cameroon. Democracy is not just about election. There's more to democracy. Individual liberty and mutual respect, tolerance, rule of law. There's more. Democracy does not just mean go and make election. Hitler was elected. Saddam Hussein was elected. They elect dictators too. So election have got nothing to do with it. It depends on the strong institution too. Political debate, my brothers and sisters, I'm calling on all these people who say they want to stand for election. It doesn't need to end only with presidential candidate. Ministers in the Cameroons, they need to come and have debate. Everybody debate. I go to people's TV, Chris Arnold. They have different political opinion with me. I go to their debate. That's how you do it. With people that you differ a little bit. If you go and debate, all of you think the same. It doesn't help the country. It doesn't. Political debate is very vital because it is very informative. It makes voters to be informed. And they decide, who do I want? They make great decisions based on the policies and the question and the scrutiny that they are posing on the candidates. But nobody wants to do it. Political debate, it reveals your character, leadership, and it can showcase a candidate's personality, temperament, ability to think on your feet. That's it. When they ask you a question on that platform, it tells you if you can be commander-in-chief. It tells you if you can make quick decisions. But all of them, they are afraid. It tells you about your temperament. Because some people, they go on the platform, they shout on other people. They don't know how to talk in a debate. So all those things, it shows your character, leadership, temperament, all those things. It is very important. Because all of you, you just come, you showcase, you legitimize Mr. Biya. British Cameroon National Party is calling on all the political parties. Let's have that debate, the first debate in the Cameroons. Let's come and have it. And let the voters decide that this man is fit. You don't just come by sitting on a sofa like myself and be talking to yourself everywhere. I am ready to go to all the platforms. Sometime I was supposed to appear on CPDM television, CRTV. After they have put my picture there for the program, I was never called. I'm sure they said, don't bring that man on that platform. I'm not scared to go to any platform and talk. I'm ready for people to ask the vital question because nothing will change after October. We'll crown King Biya. He's no longer President Paul Biya. He's called King Paul Biya of La Republique du Cameroon. I'll be calling him a king now because now he is a king. He's no longer the president. Political debate, it promotes accountability. When you come and have those debates, when you promise something, everybody know, okay, Mr. A have promised this, so they will watch you. When next election comes, if this man was lying, we will not vote for him. That's why we need political debate. Political debate helps to engage with the public. It encourages participation. I see people keep on saying, oh, go and register, go and register. If you want people to register and vote, come and let's have that political debate. People will be excited to see. Example, if I were a candidate, I'm not a candidate. There's Akaremona there, there's Kamto there, there's Kabal Libi there. There are other people there with debate. It will be exciting. People will love to go and vote. That's how you do it. Don't just say go and vote, go and vote. Vote for waiting. Vote for waiting. Political debate highlighting the differences. Differences. Let me tell you something. In the Cameroons, I'm talking from my experience, what I see. I'm not insulting any person. All the political actors, I'm telling you, it's my experience. If I'm lying, someone can challenge me. I have never ever seen them come and talk about political issues since 1992, since the reintroduction of multipartyism. They don't know anything. If I want to debate with people on the same platform, I would like us to talk about economic development. Do Mr. Biya know about economic development? Do Chiruma Bello Buba, Akaremona, Barrister Akaremona, and Jean Didier Momo Cabrali, can they have a debate about economic development? I want them, let us have this debate about education and training. Because this type of education we have, which is ENS, that was from France. ENAM, that was from France. ERIC, that was from France. Military tribunal, that was France. Monetary policy, that's from France. Interest rate, that's determined by France. Controlling our economic, that's from France. We don't have a central bank. I want us to talk economic development, education, and training. I'm sure if we're on the same platform, none of them they will be able to answer. Because why? They are establishment candidates. I'm telling you, it's a challenge. If I give you a challenge, you know you can debate. Come and let's have this debate. Let's talk about healthcare. When I was growing up in the Cameroons, we used to go to hospital, it was free. Now government have made it nice business. Doctors, they are doing their personal operation using government offices doing operation in private places. Nurses, they are selling their own medicine. Doctors selling their own medicine. Wash night selling their own medicine. It's a personal business. Now that's how the hospitals in the Cameroons, that's how they operate. I used to go to the hospital when I was in primary school. They will give you medication for free. Hospitals were free like Britain, especially in British Southern Cameroon. What have happened to our hospital? Come and let's have this debate. President Paul Biya of la Republique, Barrister Keremuna, Jean Didier Momo, Bello Buba, Cabral Libi, come and let's have this debate. Let's debate about the justice system and policing. Why is it that there's increase in crime in the Cameroons? How can we fight crime and the causes of crime? Let's have this debate. Let's have this debate. There's no need every day somebody come and sit on his own platform. I'm willing to debate with any person. Most of you have seen me. When Chris Arnold calls me anytime, I go and debate. There's nothing wrong with debate. It's healthy for democracy. I used to appear on one TV in Cameroon. Maybe the government people, they are afraid to see Maitre Mola Alex Ndivelisinger's face on the TV because they are afraid to debate. I'm not. Let's have this debate about our justice system. Why is it that La Republique Cameroon is imposing their justice system in British Cameroon? Their institution of justice system, which is military tribunal, should remain there. Let them be torturing people in La Republique Cameroon, not British Cameroon. Policing. We don't need gendarme. We don't need B. We need our police. Just like Nigeria and Britain, we have police, local police in every area. We don't need police to come from Garwa to come and be police in Boya. People have different culture. The people who grew up in that area, they have their culture, the police, they know each other. You make your own policing because why? You want to protect the people. Police is not about oppressing your people. Let's have this debate. Local government. Ladies and gentlemen, the heart of any country is the local government. As an individual, if I need anything in this country, I don't need to ask Paul Biya. It's my local council. If it's housing, your local council. If it's any taking rubbish, it's your local council. Everything that an individual needs in the United States is local. It's not the prime minister. What Mr. Biya, King Paul Biya of La Republique Cameroon is doing, he is behaving like a local council. Oh, we have talked, they are going to build a road in Mutengene and Boya and West. It's not your job, it's the local council. Let them raise their own tax and do those jobs. The mayor, all those people. If I sit here today, I'm destitute. Let me tell you something. I don't have a penny. I'm hungry. I can go to my local council. They will assess me. How much do I have? How much do I pay my bill? I will talk. Okay, why are you broke? Even if you're working, I'm just telling you example, it's a fact. Oh, I just started work. They were supposed to pay me this money. The local council, they call it crisis. It's not a loan. There's a crisis loan which is different. Then there's something which is for crisis, which you don't need to pay it back. If they realize that, let me say you're working, you're earning your salary, but you have not been paid and you're facing some crisis, you go to your local council. You just complain that you fill that form, they look at everything. Maybe they'll give you any money. They can give you 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 10 pounds. If it's a woman or with children in the house, they can assess the situation, maybe 100 pounds. They just give you the money for free. It's budget there to help people who are destitute. I'm just giving you an example. Local council, let's have this debate. What are the roles of our local council in the Cameroons? Let's have this debate about environment. Today I saw water drainage in Victoria. That's not the Victoria I used to know. The CNU rebranded cities have destroyed our land. That's not Victoria. What is difficult? To make a drainage system. They call this thing what? Flood defense system. All those things. Let's have that debate. That's why I want to have debate. When we have debate, people will know who is fit to do something. Who is fit to lead the people. It's very important. Let's have that debate. Let's stop sitting on a platform and wear my coat and tie. let's sit on the same platform and let the people ask us questions and let's give a solution. Let's see the best person sitting in a classroom, lecturing students about histoire des idées politiques, histoire économique, all those things I learned in Wakele is different thing. Practicing politics is another thing. I have been practicing politics in the United Kingdom for more than 20 years. In a political party, I've stood for election, attend conferences. They taught me how to talk. Beside my lawyer to do advocacy, but in a political party, they tell you what to say. If they ask you, why do you want to be a parliamentarian? Long ago, somebody said, because I'm a winner, I want to win. So it's not in Cameroon, the Cameroons, that somebody will be pushing you from behind. Oh, I nominate this man. No, they don't do that here. If they ask you here, why? I'm a winner. I want to win. That's what you say, because election is about winning, nothing else. It's about winning. But how you structure yourself to win is another thing. I want this debate. I'm calling on all these people. About what? I talk about environment. We see drainage and all things, flood defense system, all those things, how you can do those things. I know it. Let's talk about agriculture, forestry, fishery. All these people who go around, they are campaigning, that they are in campaign. What are your policies on agriculture, forestry, fishery? We don't know. In most Western countries, especially Northwestern, I'm going back to more modern countries like Singapore, it's the government that structure and build houses. But in the Cameroon, everybody is building his own house. Mine is facing east. This is facing west. This one is facing southeast. This one, you don't build houses like that. Government structure and build houses. That's why you see most Western countries, the houses are orderly, roads are orderly, because local council construct houses. And even if private developer, they want to come, the local council, they have to fix it, arrange it for them. It's very important. Let's talk about housing. Housing policy, housing regulation. Like in the Cameroons, people go and construct on people's plot. Those are the problems we are facing. Let's talk about taxation. Because your local council too can raise taxes. It's not only about, we have something they call council tax. All those things. Let's talk about defense. Do we really need a lot of military today? Because in the Cameroons, we use our military to oppress people, to torture people, to kill Wazizi, to kill Martinez Zogo, to kill an archbishop, to torture Longue, torture lawyers, torture teachers, torture our university students. So do we need this military that we use to torture our own people? What's our foreign policy? Do we want to be in Francophonie, a colonial institution, Commonwealth, a colonial institution? Do we want to go to France, Russia, is it Africa Summit like schoolboys or whatsoever? Can we make our own personal relationship with governments? Let's be a sovereign state. Do we need to be in CEMAC? Something that we have lost our sovereignty. Do we need a central bank? Why is it that we have a joint bank with other countries? We don't have our own banks. Why are we using foreign monies that was created in France in 1945, France CFA? Let's have those debates. Let's have those debates. Let's know who is going to come out from France CFA. British Cameroon National Party, from day one, will come out from France CFA. Come out from it. Better we do trade by barter than to be inside a colonial currency. So let's have that debate. We want to debate. Don't go somewhere rally. What has rally got to do? You go, you give people money. I'm not doing any rally. We want that debate. And any person who chicken out of this debate, it means you're not fit. Some people, they are not even fit to run a quarter in their village, but they want to be president. Because you have to, in order to know that you can be a president or a minister or a mayor, you have to stand and have this debate about different policies. We have to talk about macroeconomic policies. Let's have this debate. Constitutional changes. British Cameroon National Party, we recognize that two countries came together. British Cameroon under Dr. Endeli, La Republique Cameroon under Amadou Ahidjo. We recognize that. We want equal status. We don't want special status. If you give the two countries equal status, two countries, we recognize it. Then again, Decentralization of federalism goes to all the ethnicity. All the ethnicity, they must practice their custom and tradition. There is no unique way in the Cameroons. We cannot say all of us, we are Cameroonians. We are not Cameroonians. I am first of all my tribe before that Portuguese slave plantation. You can never take my tribe away from me. That country, Cameroon, blah, 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 it was created by foreigners, 2 countries. We have to recognize that first. Then decentralization or federalism goes to all the ethnicities so that no one tribe should use its majority on another tribe. It's very important. We cannot pretend that we are unique. There's nothing like a Cameroonian identity. It's not a culture. So we should stop fooling each other. We are in the United Kingdom. The only thing that they have in common, which they call British value, which is common, we should have the same thing in Africa, which is individual liberty. Each individual have to have that individual liberty, your right to express yourself, your right of religion, your right to own property, your right to do politics. You have that, your liberty to choose. It's very important. Mutual respect and tolerance. That one is very important. It doesn't exist in most people in the Cameroon. Somebody will say, oh, this might say Molale, who be he, who be the. It doesn't matter who I am, who be me or who not be me. That is irrelevant. The point is, we are all free to talk. Let the voters decide. That's how it works. That system, they always say, let's come together. Ladies and gentlemen, a political party is people who have the same or similar ideology. So you cannot tell somebody who believes that 2 Cameroons came together and you say it's one and indivisible. So how can you want to come together with that type of person? I made up my mind clear years ago about British Cameroon. Most people were joining CNU, SDF, other things them. I have never joined any political party because they don't have my opinion. That's why I created British Cameroon National Party. Let's talk about constitutional changes. The people will decide. The same way they decided that do they want to join the Federal Republic of Nigeria or La Republique du Cameroon? You cannot take away that right for them. Scotland, 300 years ago, under Act of Union, joined. The people who joined is the Pamuna, Foncha, and the rest. Today, we are the people of British Cameroons. We will sit, we want after they have put a platform for us to stand as members of parliament. The day we have majority, they need to give us a referendum. The question will be simple. I know there are people who want one and indivisible. The people who have won the majority member of parliament in British Cameroon, then they will ask a question. Do you want to remain with La Republique du Cameroon, or do you want to have an independent British Cameroon? That's Article 65 of the Constitution of La Republique du Cameroon, the right of self-determination. It's legal. But what a lot of people, they don't understand, which I want my brothers and sisters who have similar opinion with me, take note. At the moment, they chop people their money, CPDM. They have majority seat in Northwest and Southwest. We cannot tell them that. Let's give a referendum. You can only make them to give you a referendum by winning majority seats. They say, look, most people have given us the mandate. We want a referendum. That's how it works. You don't put the cart before the horse. That's what most of the things some of you are doing. I have in my book I wrote 30 years ago, I put the referendum question again. That's 30 years. So some of us, we just come and talk. This book here, I wrote it 30 years ago. There is the referendum question I put here inside this book. That's 30 years ago I wrote this book. So let's note. So when I come and talk here, it's not I just get annoyed, I wake up from somewhere. That's it. The referendum question. That's 30 years I wrote this book. So I don't just come and talk. I put here the last chapter. The title of this book is The Last Alternative, What Hope for the Cameroons. So the last chapter is The Last Alternative. I put an introduction, the referendum question, the 3 questions, the Anglo-skeptic, the moderate Anglophiles, the extreme Anglophiles conclusion. So I have done my research for more than 30 years. So when Maitre Mola and Lex Develisere come and talk, I don't just stand. Somebody will say, oh, this federalist, this what, you don't know me. I wrote my book. I wrote what I believe in, and I call for the last alternative, which is a referendum question. So some of you, you just come and join fight today. You've been flirting from CNU, rebranded CPDM. You've been flirting from SDF. You come now, you want to come and join us talking about Southern Cameroon problem. When you come and meet people, you join something, just join them. I'm a veteran. By the time I started fighting for Southern Cameroon problem, some of those people you are respecting, they are older than me. They were working with La Republique. Some of them were CPDM. Some of them were ambassadors. They were working. When I started fighting, I was just a child or a teenager. I've never believed in the politics of La Republique. I have very close friends there. I'm not interested. If I would have loved to work with them too, I'll work anytime. I have the brains. I have the experience. I'm not scared to talk that. I talk with my confidence as somebody who have got that experience. I'm ready to debate with any person, any day, anytime. And any person who is afraid to come to a debate, let's sit on the same platform. Bye-bye. I know you're just there to legitimate Mr. Paul Biya. Because some people say, oh, we're an Anglophone candidate. We have so many ethnicity in Anglophone. Who is an Anglophone? If you want to put an Anglophone, I'm against Anglophone candidate. Get me right. I believe I can stand in an election in the Cameroons and win without being Anglophone candidate based on policies, based on my experience. But example for those of you who are talking about Anglophone candidate, put a criteria. Put something and say, anybody who wants to come, who want to select, maybe 1, 2, 3, or 10 Anglophones who come, you ask them question. Don't just go and say Anglophone. I knew most of you, some of you. When you were talking Anglophone candidate, I knew where it was going to come from Northwest region, British. I knew. So some of you camouflage with this, how do you call it? This Anglophone candidate. It was not going to come from, ask people from British Cameroon to come and debate. I know you bring somebody from there. And one thing I've noticed among our people, if you want to be a presidential candidate, if you're a married man, you have family or what, the first person that you will talk to them is your family. Family or your kids if you have them. First person, you have to tell them that these are my intention. The second person is, let me say your tribe or village where you come from. That's the second people you should go and talk to them. In the Western world, if somebody wants to be a top post or anything, you go to your place where you come from. That's the second. Then the third now, you go national, maybe for the 2 countries. But in the Cameroons, people say they want to be presidential candidate. They are afraid to go to where they come from to go and campaign. If you cannot go and talk to your own people from where you come from, it means you cannot command respect in the country. All of you, all you go is only what? Most of you, I see you in Fako. Go to where you come from. Mr. Biya can go to Mvome, can go and campaign. Prime Minister Diongute cannot go from where he come from. He cannot. He's afraid. How can you be afraid of your own people then you want to be in public office? So it's beggars belief that a lot of people in the Cameroon, you want to be. Let me say example. I was a presidential candidate. I'll go to my village there in Boya. I'll talk to the people first. Then the next place, if I was a presidential candidate, the next place I will go to in that country, guess what? It's in Bamenda, me. I'll make sure I go and talk with those people that they're crisis. And if you can command their respect, it sends a signal in the Cameroons. It sends a signal. Go there, don't go there with military. Go and talk to those people. If you cannot talk to your people, if you're a man command, or you're a man from Bengui or Ngembo, you cannot go and talk to your own people. Who is going to listen to you? Tell me who is going to listen to you. So I'm surprised that people cannot go and campaign from where they come from. Then they are saying we want to be this. Bello Buba can go and campaign for Ngarwa. Nobody will do him anything. He commands respect there. Jean Didier Momo can go and campaign in Western Province. Nobody will do anything. Cabral Libri can go to Basalan. Nobody will do anything. Maitre Mola Alexis Singer can go to Bakwerelan and go and campaign. It's my place. So, but most people are afraid to go and campaign for where they come from. That one, I've already dismissed you. You cannot be a presidential candidate if you cannot go and talk to your own people. The most important people in your life is first your family, then your tribe. It doesn't mean, I know in Africa we say tribalism. For here, we talk about I'm an Englishman, I'm a Scottish man. It's not tribalism. It's your tribe. That's who you are. They keep on fooling us in the Cameroons to say we are region by confusing us. I made a program about that. You're not a region. Your tribe is your tribe. If an Englishman is proud to be an Englishman. I'm a Bakwere man. I'm proud to be a Bakwere man. My mom comes from Balinyonga. I'm proud of them. I'm not as afraid of them. I don't know why some people are afraid. Because why? When I come here, I don't come and talk about Balinyonga. I don't come and talk about, how do you call it, Bakwere. I talk about economic development. I talk about education and training. I talk about health, justice and policing, local government, environment, agriculture, fishery, forestry, housing, taxation, defense, foreign policy, constitutional changes, microeconomics. That's what I talk about. So sometimes, when somebody come and talk party political broadcast, what has tribe got to do with party political broadcast? Oh, sometimes you do this. No. I don't come and talk about my tribe here. I talk about policies. The only policy I have which concerns ethnicity tribe is ethnocultural democracy, which I say my policy on that, each tribe should be autonomous. They should decentralize power to all the tribes so that we can have development, not on regions. Because if you give money for the people in Lebialem, they will use it and have their own electricity. But when you wait, it's Yaoundé that have to say there will be light in this street. This will never develop. So if we have our cake, let me say it's 1 billion, whatever money, dollars, we'll look at all the tribes, their elected representative, that's your own share in terms of your population, that's your own term. Then they decide whether they want housing, whether they want bridge, whether they want hospital, airport. It is up to the local people. We are tired of a nanny state where somebody will sit into the and tell adults what to do. We have brains. We can run our own things locally. We don't need King Bia to tell us. Just share the resources to British Cameroon, then La Republique de Cameroon, then it goes to the ethnicities, until the day we decide that we want to remain or want to leave. One day the people will decide. So once more, ladies and gentlemen, have a happy Saturday. This has been a party political broadcast by myself, Maitre Mola Alex Ndiveli Singer, the leader of British Cameroon National Party. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much.